Thank you for
Yes, sir.
remind me again, no? If I forget. Thank you for reminding me. So now, to go back to that, we are converting the fourth factorial into the summation version of our program. No? You follow? So we are changing the multiplications to addition. Except the first one that sets up the first partial sum. Okay, to set up the first partial sum, what we do is, oh, I'm sorry, no, sometimes my internet connection is unstable. So if I lose my connection, you just log in again anyway, no? So to compute the first partial sum, we use the same process to compute the first partial product. Okay, 002 here is 1, 00 is 4, 1 times 4 is 4, and then we set it up as the first partial sum. Okay, any questions? Here. Then the next step is to compute the next addend, no? Addend na tayo ngayon. We use a minus to do that. So L000 is 4. This is 1. 4 minus 1 is 3. That's the next addend. And we store it here. Okay? Any questions? And then we compute the partial sum again. L002 is 4 plus the one we just determined to be the next addend. 4 plus 3, 7. Okay, and we store it here. 7. Okay, S002. Any questions? We'll just run through this, no? And then we compute the next addend again. L00 is 3 minus 1 becomes 2. And we store it here. And we add it again to the previous partial sum. 002 is 7. 000 is 3. So this is 10. Okay. I'm sorry, no. This is 2. This is 2, right? This is 9. Sorry. Any questions? Okay, so nagkamali ako ng konti, no? S002, so we sum it here as 9. Okay. And then compute the next addend again. 00 is 2 now. Minus 1, this is 1. That's the next addend, we store it here. And we do the final addition. Okay. L002, which is now 9. And 00 is 1. So this is 10. And we store it here. Okay. And then we do a PVH. What's printed is the final value of the egress axis, which is 10. Any questions so far?
Sir,
Yes. But
what if iba po ang pattern namin but still get the same answer po?
Oh, actually pwede kasi you can start at 1. Di ba? This
Yes,
one
sir.
starts at 4. Does it with 3, 2. You can do another version, no? It starts at 1 and ends at 4. But instead of multiplying, you do a plus. Di ba? Pareho lang lalabas. Or many others, no? You know, programming is an art, no? Programs will not always be the same. Because it depends on the programmer's preference. Regardless of whether it's different or not, as long as it follows the same logic and computes the same result accurately, then there's no problem, okay? Bataga, is that okay?
Okay na po, sir. Thank you.
I'm going to check your programs one by one, okay? Individually. Let me drink. Okay. So let's go to the average, okay? What's this? This time we compute the average of only 3 numbers, right? What's the difference between the average and sum? Anyone?
Sure.
Yes, Gigian.
There's a division at the end.
There's a division at the end. So that's good, no? Anyway, we put our next addend here, 3, our decrement here, and our partial sum here. Okay? Now, what will we divide the value at the end? By the way, si Manonog, bakit multiplication sa pinakauna? James, are you there? Yes. Is the question regarding this or the sum of the 4 numbers? James, can you speak out? Both. Anyway, the same lang naman sila, di ba? The multiplication is done because you cannot do it. How do you set up the first addend and store it here at the partial sum? Because the partial sum is initially 1, but the partial sum should be start at 3 unless you have another version. Do you follow? To do that, to set up the first partial sum, we multiply the current partial sum with the next addend. Okay? 3, and we store it as the new partial sum. So this is now the first partial sum. Okay, if we do not multiply, we cannot compute the initial value of the partial sum. Diba?
Sir, okay lang ba 0 yung partial sum sa una?
0 dito?
Oo. Para
Ano, kasi
addition.
multiply mo siya dito ngayon, but you multiply this with L001. You do the addition.
Apo.
Okay, pwede.
Okay, thank you.
Pwede rin. So, pareho-pareho lang, di ba? So, how do you do the addition? Add it with 1? Sino yung kanina? By the way? Yes,
yung addition, sir?
yes, kasi pwede ka na mag-start ng 1 dito, di ba?
Oo.
Start with 1 here.
Ay.
And then, so instead of times, you do a 1.
Ay, 4 pa rin, sir. Pero yung sa start
Subtraction.
ko kasi addition.
Addition with 0.
Oo.
Okay. Ganyan.
So, parang 3 pa rin yung first na value. So, parang
Yes.
same lang pa rin.
Pareho lang, okay? Do you get it now, James? There are many ways to skin a cat, no? So, yung kay, pwede rin. Yung kay Empesaw. Do you follow? Okay. So, he started it with 0 and then, okay, added it with the decrement of 1. So, it starts, what did you, anong ginawa niya? 0 ito? Now, do you set this as 3?
Ay, naging 3 siya kay yung i-addition ko yung first. So, maging L00 plus L00, ano ba yun? 2. So, 3 pa rin yung, so, parang 3 plus 0 pa. So, 3 yung
0, okay. So, 3 plus 0, no? Or 3 minus 0. Kasi 3 ito, tapos i-add mo siya 0 ang starting dito. So, this will be 0, okay? So, the same thing. So, Tunggala, I'm sorry, no? Sana yung aking isang worksheet here. Tunggala is already here. Okay. Salcedo. Here. No? So it's the same thing, no? Did you get it, James? No? There are many ways to do that, to set up the first partial sum. So Casey did by initializing this to 0 and then use a 3 plus 0, that's still 3. Okay. Now, we are going to add this S003, right? here. Why do we need to do this? Casey? Impesaw?
Ano sir?
Why do we need to do this? Why do we need to store this to a different variable?
Ano sir, kay 3 man yung divisor.
At the end, right?
Oo.
Why don't we use this 3? Itong 3 na to or this 3 here?
Kaya nun yung ginaman na sir, yung parang,
Because this will change, no?
mag-change.
Masisira ito. No? So at the end, this will not be the correct divisor. Okay? So we separate it in a different variable. Okay, so we compute the next addend minus L00, 3. 001 is 1, so this is 2. Okay, and then we store it here as the next addend, which is 2. And then we compute the next partial sum by doing an L002. What's the number now? Anyone? L002?
3, sir.
3. That's correct. No, you can chat me. No, wala daw tayong no. L00 is 2. Ano? Plus pala ito, no? L00, which is the next addend, that's correct. 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay. And then we store it here at 002, which is now our next partial sum. Okay, any questions? Minus L00, what's here? We compute the next addend. 00 is mali ito, no? Sorry, no? Dito yung 2, dito yung 5. Okay. So L00 is the next is 2, the previous addend. L001 is 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. So L0, this is the next addend. Okay, yeah, that's correct. 2. And then we do a plus of the last partial sum. L002 is 5. L002 is 1. We add them, this is 6. Okay, and we store it here. Now 6. Okay, we have computed the sum. So now we're ready to divide. We divide L002, which is 6, with L003, our variable, no? Na untouched variable. Since it's still untouched, it's still 3. Okay, 6 divided by 3 is 2. Okay, and then we store it here at 2. And then we PVH. We print the value 2. We ring the bell and halt. Okay. Any questions so far? Okay. Now sa average, questions?
Pwede po sir na gumamit ako ng counter po.
Yes, this is using a counter, no? 3.
I mean, ano po sir, every operation na mag-add is ma-add ng 1 para yun po ang divisor in the end.
Okay, pwede rin, but you start with 1. No, pwede actually, baliktarin mo ito, no? You can save a variable. Baliktarin natin ito. Can we try that? Okay. Kopyahin na lang natin ito. No. N001. 1, okay. 1. This is 1. This is 1. Okay. This is 1. So ito, hindi na natin anuhin. And then instead of doing a minus, we do a plus. Okay. Plus. Okay, let's try that. Is this what you mean? Ganito ba? Sino yan? May know who was asking?
Ako po, sir.
Yes, John, Kyle, you want
Yes
to do
po.
it like this? Di ba? Pwedeng ganyan. Plus L00, which is 1, L001 is 1, S00, this becomes 2. Do you follow? And plus L002, which is 1, with L000, which is 2, so this becomes 3. And we S this to 002, this becomes 3. Mali pala ito, no? It's 1 here. It's 2 here. Here. Do you follow? 1 plus 2, this is now 3. So, pareha lang. What's this again? Plus L000. L00 ito, no? Okay. We are now going to compute. So, plus na sila lahat. L000 is 2. Right? And then L001 is 1. So, this becomes 3. And this becomes 3 now. So, pwede rin siya, di ba? Wala na ka ng extra variable. And then we compute the next sum. L002. What's L002? At tama ba tayo dito? 1 plus 2 equals 3. Tapos 3 plus 3 na ang next, right? So 3 na ito ngayon. This is 3. L00 is also 3. 3 plus 3 is 6. And we store it here. This becomes 6. Okay? Okay. And now we can, ito yung sabi ni, what's that? John Kyle. Diba? So we can now use the same number, which is L00. Diba? So L02, L00. Ganyan, diba? So this will become 6 divided by 3. So you'll have a 2. Okay. And then 6, 3 becomes 2. And we sum it here as 2. Do you follow? So same story. No? So you were able to save. That's how you wanted to do it, right? John Kyle?
Yes po, sir.
Oh, pareha lang, no? There are many ways to skin a cat. Okay. Can I erase the sheet now? Now let's go to the average with loop. By the way, no, si Telmo, is Telmo here?
Yes, sir.
So you can do a CB12 here, no? I did not change this anymore because masisira yung ating logic, no? But according to the documentation, you're right. This should be CB12. This could be CB11 if you remove the minus here. But we don't like to do that because there will be no operation card anymore, no? Any questions? No? Jesse, is that right?
Opo.
Okay. Total demonstration lang naman ito, no? I'll correct that. It's my fault actually, no? I didn't read that continuously.
Sir,
Yes.
may question ako regarding sa Daigler, sir ba? Okay lang na draft submission na nakalagay instead of final kay wala mo nagalabas na submit button?
Sige lang. Draft or
Ah.
I'll consider it, okay?
Sige, sir.
Bakit nawala, no?
Hindi ko alam, sir. Wala nagalabas na submit button sa akin.
Anyway,
Pero na-submit ko siya nung 29.
let me check. Let me check, no? Ethan, Draft lang, no?
Yes, sir.
Nandito man siya, di ba? Nandito, okay? I-check ko lang tong worksheet. Is this your answer? No?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's all right, no? Any other questions? Okay, let's go back to this, no? Now, this is the loop version. Okay, so ganito na lang. 311, the same process. We will set up the first initial partial sum. This is L002 is 1 and L00 is 3. And we say this becomes 3. Okay, and we save it here and also here. Okay, do you follow? Yes, this is a graded activity, no, as a performance assessment. Okay. Okay. So we'll do a minus. Bibilisan lang natin ito, no? Three minus 1, 2. Now we have a run-up lever. We will not look at the run-up lever, not unless we have a CF or CB. Okay? You follow? So anyway, lagyan lang natin ng 0 because it's a positive number. S0, 0, 0. So this becomes 2 now. Okay? And then we do a plus 2. This is 3. 2. 5. No, I'm doing this quickly, okay? And this becomes 5. Now we are setting up here the next the condition for continuation, okay? L001 is 1 minus L00 of S002. Mali pala ito, no? Dito siya dapat 5. Okay, di follow. 1 minus 2. This is negative 1. Okay, do you follow? So what's the run-up lever here? Anyone? What's the run-up lever?
1.
1 kasi negative, di ba? 1. So where do we move? Forward or backward?
Backward, sir.
Backward. So balik tayo dito sa taas ng loop. It's this pass number 1. Okay? So dito, no? Let's record the last values of our, ano, para di tayo mag-scroll up ng matagal. This is 251, 215. 215. This is 5. This is 3. Okay. So what's 00 here? This is 2. 001 is 1. We compute for the next addend. So this is a 1. We store it here. Okay. So that's our last addend. And then we do a plus. 002 is a 5. 00 is a 1. 5 plus 1 is 6. And then we store it here. 6. Any questions? No. Minus of L001, which is 1. This is now again the loop. S000 is now 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So what do we do? Run-up lever is what? The run-up lever.
0.
Yes, 0. No. So what will we do? Forward or backward? Forward. No? Forward na tayo ngayon. Okay. What will we do? We divide L002 which is 6. We'll divide it with our divisor, which is 3, untouched. This becomes 2, and we store it here as our final answer, and we do a PBH. Any questions? Okay. Is there any newcomer? Any newcomer? Wala, no? Castellones. Wala lang siya, no? Okay. Let's go to the Fahrenheit. Fahrenheit to Celsius to Fahrenheit. So what's the formula? From Celsius, you compute, you multiply by 9, divide by 5, and add 32. Okay. You can do the other way, which is divide by 5 and multiply by 9. Okay. And add 32. But you cannot add 32 first. Okay. So we have N00 as our Celsius. 9 in 1, 5 in 2, and 32 in 3. So if you go through this, we have 200 divided by 9, that's 1,800. We store it here. It's our final result. And then we divide 1,800 by 5, that's 360. That's what we have here. And 360 plus 32, we have 392. And we have 392 here. Any questions? Okay. Now I'd like to bring you something, no? Which is this is looping. Now you are doing any programming right now, right? Any value lang sa Celsius, no, that you want to convert, James? No, this is just an example, no? Diba? You're learning, you're studying programming in your other class, right? Right? What programming language are you using? Anyone? What language? Python. Meron bang C++ or C#? Python kayo lahat? Okay. Python compiler. Now, in a programming construct, no, there's called an if then else construct, no, when decisions are made. Diba? Ano? This is an example in Python. Okay. Okay. Let's do that in Python. How do you input in Python? Anyone? Sa C#, ano yan? C++? C in or C out, no? But anyway, Python. What are you using? Ano? May Python compiler, no, or interpreter. Okay. They follow. Here's an example of an if then else, no? Meron pala siya, oh. Input. Okay. No? Pwede ba natin bilisan? Okay. Input, enter. Walang semicolon, no? Okay. This computes for the grade. Okay. Enter item in enter base. Have you done this in Python? I hope we can do this in C# also or C++. Okay, grade is equal to score over items times 100 minus base. Okay, can we run this? Your grade is pwede bang ano na lang? Ganyan. Format ba niya ito? Enter score 60 100 base 40. Bakit ayaw? Int na. Anybody knows what's wrong with this? If you're good in Python, may mali pa rin. Okay, let's look at the if else. Dapat i-convert niya yan, di ba? String ang output sa input. Bakit sa kanya dito? So, string ang output sa input. Okay? So, what will we do here? We'll say int. Re-convert niya, di ba? Dapat gi-ano na lang natin doon sa taas. Gi-int, no? Tama. Dapat gi-int na lang natin doon sa after the ano. Okay. Oh, 76. Di ba? We follow so we can manage our Python. Now, how will we know that it's greater, it's a passing grade? If ganyan ba? Grade is greater than 75 or equal to 75. Is this correct? Let's look at the if. May colon. Okay. Oh, may colon. So if grade is lesser than 75. Then you have passed the test. Okay. Then we'll have else colon, di ba? Colon, is that correct? Print. Try again. Next time. Okay, is this correct? Tama ba? Tama ba yung aking ano? Okay. Let's run it again. So say 35, this is a failing 24. This is a failing grade. And then the base is 40. Okay? Do you follow? Parang ganyan. There's an if then else. You can also do this in C#, right? Huwag na natin gagawin doon kasi matatagalan tayo, okay? The question is, can we do a branching like this in the analytical engine? Well, we don't have a print and an input, but we can print whether it's 1 or 0. Okay, we print 1 if the grade is passing, we print 0 if the grade is failing. Okay, so here's the example, no? Wala na, no? It's in our Degler class. Okay. Nandito. So grade computation of the analytical engine. Okay. It's here. The formula is score over items times quantity 100 minus base plus base. Okay. So we are going to compute the grade of a score which is 60. Okay. We have it here. To make a long story short, we have it here. No? N40, which is our base. Then N01, 60, which is our score. And number of items is N002. Do you follow? Okay. And N004 is 100. This is a temporary variable. Okay. Because we are going to use 100 minus base. Okay. And then 005 is a variable we use to store passing. Okay, and failing is 000. And N008 is the value that stores our highest failing grade, 74.99. Okay, any questions? First, we will compute score over items. We have L001. 001 is 60. Okay, 60. No questions. Divide by L100. This is 0.6. We store it here as our partial grade. The next is we minus base from 100. So minus L004, which is our temporary variable. Minus 40. This is 60. Okay. And then we multiply it with the score over items. This 0.6 times 60, which gives you 36. And we store our partial grade here, which is 36. Okay. And then we add it a value of 40, which is the base. Okay. 00 is our base, and 36 is our partial grade. The final result is a 76. Okay. Now, usually a trick is done because we don't have an if then else statement. We first assume it is failing. How do we do that? We do a times, no? L006, which is 0, times with L005, which is 1, which is 0, and we store it to the final result, which is 9. Okay, we assume it's failing. Okay, and then we just jump if it's passing, no? So we L008. L008 is 74.99. What we do is we minus it with the current grade. L008, 003, that's 74.99 minus 76, that's 1.01. What's the run-up lever? The run-up lever is 1. Mali pala tayo, no? I'm sorry, mali pala ito. Because if the run-up lever is 1, mali pala ito, no? Kasi dapat i-assume natin na passing. Right? L005, I'm sorry, may mali, no? So this is 1 times 1. We assume that it's passing. Do you follow? Otherwise, we will declare that it's failing. Baligtad yung aking ano kasi run-up lever is 1. Right? I'm sorry for that, no? I'll correct this and save it again. Do you follow? Okay, do you follow? So, at this point, where do we move? Will we skip 4? No, if you're using the reference, we can skip 5 also. 3, no? 1, 2, 3, no? 3 lang. Okay. CF, what does CF mean? Count forward. Right? Okay. Anong oras tayo hanggang? 4:10. Taas pa. No? So, by the way, mali yung kanina, no? We assume that it's passing. And if you're wrong, we'll make it failing, okay? Do you follow? This becomes 0. Do you follow? Okay. 74.99, which is our cutoff, minus 76 is negative 1.01. The run-up lever is 1. So which means now that we'll count forward. Tama ba ako? I'm sorry, no? I'm confused here, no? Mali, I'm sorry. I'm really sorry, no? 6 pala ito. Tama pala yung original ko na, ano, version. I'm already lost, no? Yung run-up lever lang, mali kanina, no? Okay. What is 76? Is it a failing grade or a passing grade? Anyone? 76 is passing. But here we have assumed that it is failing. Right? L06 times this, we assume the result is failing. But since it is wrong, we will skip 4 steps forward, right? I hope you're following me, no? Okay? I hope you're not lost. I'm lost, no? Nahihilo na ako dito, no? So since this is a failing grade, or rather a passing grade, we will correct our previous decision, which is failing. Right? Okay? So we'll count towards 4. What we will do is we will mark it 1. Okay? L005 na ito. Okay? I'm sorry. L. So 1 times 1 is 1, and we'll store it here. So this becomes 1. So this is a passing grade. Do you follow? Everyone? Any questions? Now, what if the grade were 70? Halimbawa, 70 yung grade na na-compute. What will happen to the run-up lever? 0. So what will we do? Will it skip 4? Mag-skip ba siya ng 4? Hindi. No. What will it do? It will print the result, which is 0, and then bell, and then halt. Do you follow? Do you get my point? Okay? I'll upload this anyway now. Bakit ayaw? Okay, ako na lang bahala niyan, okay? We just save. Do you follow? So this is an CF. Look at our Python program. Okay? Do you follow? This follows the same logic. Kaya lang, our condition is if grade is greater than or equal to 75. Ang condition dito is grade is greater than or equal to 74.99. Try again. Okay. Okay. Okay, do you follow? So, ganun. Do you get my point? James, did you get my point? Do you have a question? Let me update it first. Sa downloads. Okay. Which brings me to your next assignment. So if then else din tayo dito, no? So you see now how crude it is, no? To do branching and looping in the old computers, no? Even if you go to the IAS, ganon din, the same thing. You'll have the same thing, the same problem. Bagal ang Degler. Click muna tayo, no? Okay, you can download this example. Now, your next assignment is a small one, no? You do it on you submit it on Monday. Okay. This one, okay. You extend the Fahrenheit to Celsius conversion program. What you do is output a 1 if the result is above human fever, no? 37.5. If it's equal or above 37.5, you output a 1. Otherwise, you output a 0. Okay. Any questions? You already have the Fahrenheit to Celsius, right? Okay. By the way, it is in the documentation that the analytical engine can process, no, fixed point decimal. So pwedeng fractions, or rather decimal points. Okay. Okay. Did I miss anyone? Aguelo? Di Makaling? Floresca? Hala? Khalil? No? Seras? Suarez? Any questions? Okay, so I will not introduce any more new lesson. Okay, I will introduce a new lesson next meeting. Okay. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Thanks for coming. If you have no questions, we will dismiss the class. Okay. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po.
Thank
you, sir. Thank you po, sir.
Okay.
Thank
bye.
you, sir.
Sir.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir.
sir. Bye po.
Thank you, sir.
Bye,